Hello. 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 Hello.
Welcome back. That was interesting. Doc, how you can rattle those names off? I couldn't even pronounce them, and you rattle them off. Boy, you're pretty smart. God.
No, not really. Certain things I know.
Yeah, but that's like, because isn't that Latin names?
Well, most medicine is, some Latin.
Yeah.
But that's just a name. It's
I know, but
immune-mediated thrombocytopenia, which means your thrombocytes are
so they're categorized
less.
to some extent.
Your thrombocytes are less, okay.
Less,
and you get purpura, which means you get bruises all over your body. So it's an immune-mediated disease of your thrombocytes that are less circulating around in your body. So your body's not clotting properly.
Oh.
So you get bruising all over your body.
Oh.
So it's a very specific nomenclature to that type of disease.
Okay, so you're saying it's not just Lyme disease that the ticks.
They probably, there's other. I was talking with Carl here. When I was in veterinary school, we had a dog come in, and it was a coon dog, and it had generalized paralysis. Okay, we didn't know what the heck was causing it. It was a 4-year-old dog, coon dog, and we didn't know what was causing this paralysis. It was
so.
okay.
What do you mean? So how was he acting?
Well, he couldn't move.
Oh,
He could swallow and stuff, but his legs couldn't move.
Ooh.
His tail couldn't move. Just generalized paralysis. No toxins or anything.
Yeah.
And there was an Australian veterinarian that was studying to get his master's degree there in equine surgery, in horse surgery.
Yeah.
And he came in through the small animal wards, and he looked at this dog, and we were talking to him, and he goes, "Oh," he said, "that dog's got tick paralysis." He says, "We see it all the time in Australia."
Really? You got a good accent there.
And we says, "Whoa!" And it was tick paralysis because
So
this
what
dog
did you-
had some. So we just treated it symptomatically, and it got better. He said he'll be better in about 2 weeks. He said you just got to maintain him,
Really? So what did you give to the dog?
Just fluids, and we tried to feed it a little bit. No antibiotics or anything. We gave it some steroids. Of course, everything got steroids. If it's, teetering on death, you give it steroids.
Oh.
But it got better. He says it's tick paralysis we see in Australia all the time.
Wow. So you only hear about Lyme disease.
Yeah,
you don't
but
hear.
there are other things that ticks probably give you
Wow.
out there.
I had a
that we
tick
just
on me
don't
this
know
week.
about it,
It was crawling around.
Yeah, who knows what you have?
Yeah.
How I didn't pick up anything in Africa is like, whoa.
Maybe you did.
We think you did.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I
You're
know
scarring.
That Culus interruptus is a disease.
That's when Lenny's been exposed to it.
Oh, poor Lenny. I
And
hope it's
Michael
not
Bray.
contagious,
Michael Bray got exposed to it out in the boat.
Yeah,
So
I don't think it's infectious anymore.
Culus interruptus.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, Joe. I'm reeling in a fish. Can we shoot my video now? How about now? How about now?
Oh, you guys. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, Jim.
Doctors,
How's it
How
going?
you doing,
We need
Jim?
a doctor.
couple things here. That yellow flower in your lawn, was it wood sorrel?
It's a little, it looks like a miniature crabgrass, but it's only 3/4 of an inch in diameter, but there's hundreds and hundreds of them.
Oh, it's not
And
a tree for. It's not a clover type.
No,
plant.
it's the stem is tall. The stem is about 6-7 inches tall, and it's a little yellow flower, a lot of petals, so kind of like in a way like the yellow crabgrass that you see, but miniature, but just everywhere. I mean, hundreds and
It
hundreds.
grows in patches then.
No, it was just everywhere, and the honeybees were all over it.
Yeah, well, the wood sorrel would create mats.
Oh,
They
no.
have runners that go along.
Oh, no, this is just like everywhere, like every few inches, and
Some
tall.
kind of a grass.
What is it?
It's some kind of a grass. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
what.
it's loaded with them, loaded. But the honeybees were loving it, man. I mean, they were everywhere. And I didn't go look at the clover because that's where I've been seeing them in the clover field. But so I don't know what it was, but they're so I of course mowed
Could
them.
it be a brome?
A what?
A brome.
I don't
A
know.
brome is similar to a grass, but it's a little different.
Oh, I never really looked at the base of it because the stem was tall with the flower, but I didn't look at it. But it looks like a grass because it looks like a lawn, but I just they're everywhere. But boy, the honeybees sure loved it. So
Okay, I sprayed my fence line 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
And yesterday went out and there was bugs all over the walnut and the maple and the strawberry bush in the back of the house. So I sprayed them again. Now there's nothing on them again. I didn't see one bug on them. They were loaded again.
yeah.
I can only spray them once every 2 weeks. You can't, just keep spraying. You can't. And then the other thing, I was down talking to Frank down there at the boat docks, and he was talking about a 2005 flood that wiped out the docks and the boats in Rock River. There was a lot of boats floating around, and they had to go out and get them.
That.
Yeah.
If you know anything about that, I'd like to know. I was working for Davy, and I didn't know anything about that. And I wasn't active with my boat.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you?
I couldn't put my boat in.
Okay, that's it. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right, Jim.
See you, Jim.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that grass but I think it is a grass because it don't look like anything else, and it's just everywhere. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds
I'm
and
gonna have to
hundreds.
look at that because I got to cut the grass today.
Yeah, I cut grass this week. I mowed the one clover field. I did a lot of mowing this week. Oh man, it was.
Well, my son-in-law and my I think my little grandkid's going to come over and help cut the grass too.
Oh yeah,
Bryson, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It was my daughter's birthday yesterday.
Oh, how old?
I can't believe my little girl is 40 years old.
Your little daughter.
And she still looks like she's like 18,
Yeah.
16 or 18. She's
Yeah.
really cute,
That's cool. That's
she looks
cool.
like her mom.
Yeah,
I can't believe it. It just
sure.
floors me.
I
Well,
think
I-
you should get her a prosthetic leg for her birthday.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I don't think my wife will ever forgive me for bringing that prosthetic leg home,
Oh my God.
Or my buddy
You
with
gotta
the
keep-
my
You got to keep them on their
all
toes.
all my
Star.
buddies that were on that boat are not with us anymore, so they're probably
They're all listening and
they're
laughing.
Yeah.
they're listening and laughing about that trip, But
Oh,
we
I
did do
imagine.
good on bass. I can remember that. We
Yeah.
always did good on bass.
Yeah, we used to troll around South Bass with my little lineman and using that lure I used to love. It's and I don't know if I showed it to you guys. It was a tube like the old style medical tube. It was brown in color.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then behind that was just a little tuft of red.
Red and white hair, like
It was just
like,
red. It wasn't hair. It was more, as I remember, like a tuft
feather.
of like stringy cotton
Yeah.
felt sort of thing, and a treble hook, and a spinner at the top.
I know what it was. Joe went back in time with his Kodiak bait boosters and put one on a piece of medical tubing from one of his recent medical procedures, and then used it on his boat, and then came back to try and get it established in the past. And
And they caught fish.
Yeah.
We'd just troll it. So how deep would it be? A foot?
Probably, yeah.
If
yeah.
that?
just under the
We
surface.
always used 16th ounce black or white Betts jig and tip them with a minnow.
Oh, see, yeah.
Man, we'd catch
Yeah.
bass after bass.
But I would
after-
just troll real slow
Yeah.
with it.
That,
and
well,
catch
we
fish.
just bounced the bottom, and
Oh.
and we catch these huge white bass back then too.
Oh.
Big white bass, not like these little ones.
Yeah.
now. And you'd see them, you'd see them hit the top of the water. You
Yeah.
know, you remember back then?
Yep.
Yeah.
You'd see them hit the top.
Yeah.
And below those white bass, if you could get below the white bass, there were walleye below the white bass.
Oh.
Because there was a school of minnows
Yeah,
there.
yeah, sure.
And these walleye would follow those white bass, and there was always walleye
Yeah,
below
underneath.
the white bass.
Wow, cool.
Weird days, you know,
Okay.
different days on
Yeah,
the lake. you
yeah.
know.
All right, well, we'll take a short break because we got a fishing report.
Oh, I suppose.
You said, let's see. I got to do some thinking about my
Don't
next
hurt
one.
yourself.
Oh, okay.
I could smell something burning. You?
Yeah.
We'll take a break and we'll be back.
I was searching on a one-way street. I was hoping for a chance to meet. I was waiting.
No matter what species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak Candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. Time for the fishing report with Big Daddy Carl Bachtel.
I was all excited, and Joe asked me a question, and now I'm just like, oh, man.
Why?
Because
Which is-
I explained that all earlier in the show.
Well, I didn't realize that was the same thing you're referring to me.
Oh, I'm referring.
Oh, you're a
Well,
referral.
a fast update for the Big Daddy's Outdoor Fishing Report here. Brian Rambowski just texted me some pictures, and he said they have 6 walleye in the box. They're fishing off of Cleveland, I believe.
Ooh.
And
Did he say
so
how
that's
they're
good.
fishing?
Yeah, with rods and reels.
Yeah. Trolling or casting?
Trolling worm harnesses with dipsies.
What?
You got to convince him.
He's not convinced on the magnetic
I'm sure he has a box of dipsies, and he's
Yeah,
just
sure.
so. If he tried them, he'd be convinced.
Yeah.
I know. But let's see. Yeah, he said trolling with worm harnesses, 68 feet of water.
Oh,
So he's out of ways.
he's out there.
Yep. That's out past the dumping grounds, and probably, 15 miles offshore? 18? 15?
No, I don't think that much.
Nah, it's not quite that far.
No, but it's out there.
Yeah, 10 maybe.
Yeah, that's more
Yeah,
realistic.
more like 10. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, hang on. I got a message here. Can I?
from him.
No, from somebody.
Oh.
I'm a popular guy, Joe.
Oh, I guess.
I
yeah,
just
you
know.
get more than 2 a day.
Yep.
Oh.
I get requests all the time
Do you?
for my insights and expertise, and
Well, you're out there more
By,
than anybody I know out there, and that's how
I'm
you.
out there.
That's how you know what's going on.
That's what my wife says. Man, you're out there.
You're way out
So yeah, out in left field somewhere.
there, somewhere.
But yeah, the fishing report. I posted the pictures and the video of my little jaunt out to Mosquito
Nice fish.
out there catching
Nice
some
crop.
bluegills.
Did you keep them?
And I threw them back.
Threw them back.
It was fun because I went there and I fished a part of the lake I hadn't fished before.
Oh.
I was on the northeast side of the causeway,
Okay.
which I've never fished that area before.
Okay.
And I just wanted to try somewhere different. It was a little breezy, there was a chop, but it was perfect for what I was doing. Because I fished about 2 feet below the old rocket bobber, and I used a regular float too, a little casting float.
Yeah.
But just fished soft plastics with the Kodiak minnow scent on the soft plastics. Started with a 64th ounce jig head, then moved up to a 32nd. But they had to be small jigs. They couldn't have a bigger hook on them. The fish wouldn't get the hook in their mouth. They'd just grab the tail.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I downsized the hook size.
That's what told you that.
Yep.
Okay.
And just started catching them. The first fish I caught after I downsized to that tiny little, I think it's a size 10 hook
Wow.
on a 64th ounce teardrop jig was a nice 10.5-inch crappie. I was flipping out. I could not believe that fish, because I was fishing with the bigger jig head, a 32nd ounce that has the bigger, I figure it's a size 6 hook on it, a sickle hook.
Yeah.
And using a bigger soft plastics, one of the Cascray Minners, which is a minnow style. It's 2 inches long. So I was fishing with those, and I'd get bites, but they wouldn't get hooked. So I downsized to make the offering smaller so the fish could get it in their mouths.
Yeah.
And because they were just interested in, nipping, but something about downsizing it really got them to turn on and attack the bait. So I got the crappies. Then I figured out where the bluegills were. I was fishing maybe 10 feet off the bank, 12 feet. It wasn't that far.
Just flip it out.
And the northeast wind would swirl around in there, and it would push the bait along in the waves, so the bait's always moving up and down. I didn't have to do anything.
You didn't have to do nothing.
Except keep the line tight, because the wind would blow a big bow in my line.
Yeah.
So I would just keep the line tight and watch it and watch it. And people always say, with waves like that, how can you tell when you have a bite when you're fishing with a bobber?
Yeah.
It's like, it's so simple. All you have to do is watch the bobber and see what it does when you don't have a bite in those waves.
Yeah.
It'll bounce a certain way.
Right.
If it does anything different, if it changes direction, if it's a rocket bobber and it stands up, that's a fish. If it stops,
yeah.
And a lot of these fish were hitting it so hard, it would just go whoosh, gone.
Wow.
Caught some really nice bluegills, probably some good 8.5-inch bluegills, and a few dinks in there,
Sure.
Because, I got to keep my standard
Well, you got to keep
up.
your standards,
Yeah.
Mr. Dinker over
But
Mr. Dinks.
Two really nice crappie. One was 10, a little over 10. The other one was 11 and a half. So
Catch any perch or
no perch,
no
just bluegills and the two crappies.
Wow.
But there were people catfishing. There were quite a few people out.
Were they catching cats?
Nope. Nobody was catching nothing.
Really?
And I was just laughing.
Oh, my. See?
And even with the little ones, I was just laughing.
Yeah.
When you figure it out, that's
Yeah.
the best feeling.
Oh, yeah.
pointing the
It's
finger at 'em?
accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's a goal you're trying to
I would
accomplish.
yell out at the top of my lungs, I got another one! Ha ha!
Yeah, right.
No, I didn't do it.
No.
I did not do that.
No, I know you wouldn't.
But yeah,
But people see. They know
if I were fishing with somebody and we had a little fun,
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I've done that with the Cascray guys before.
I got another one.
The,
Yeah.
the most fun is perch
Fishing.
catching
When
perch.
in
When
the-
that guy
yeah.
right next to you
Yeah.
is catching
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
We had a few trips, the Hr.3 guys, and in the springtime we go out and we fish off the docks at Mosquito. I know you and Dell came out that times, and but I'll walk out. And there's 3 or 4 other guys on the dock, and I'll throw it in. Oh, got one. Oh, got one.
Yeah.
Oh, got, and they're
Yeah.
looking at me like,
Yeah.
Where'd he come from?
yeah,
Yeah. It's nothing like the guy next to you's catching his fish, and no matter what you try, even the same stuff, and you can't catch them. It's like
that's so funny how that happens.
Yeah.
It's just like the luck of the draw.
It
Something is.
yeah. I mean, everything the
just
same,
something.
and one guy catches, and the next guy right next don't.
Mhm.
Why? Who knows?
But the hot weather, the cold front sort of slowed things down a little bit. The only thing it didn't really slow down was the bass fishing. They are catching some monstrous bass out at Nemasil and Portage Lakes, and they're catching them at West Branch. They're catching them at Mosquito. They're running spinner baits over the tops of the weeds. The submerged weeds, they're running spinner baits and just pulling those over the top, and like lipless crankbaits, doing really good on those, just ticking the weeds with the hook.
And what
pulling
about
them out.
Lake Erie perch?
Lake Erie perch out west, they're still getting them. They're getting them good out west.
What about Cleveland?
Cleveland, I haven't heard anything great, but it's picking up.
Okay.
And you can only catch 10. I mean, that's the
only
only
can
problem.
Keep
I
10,
think
yeah.
with
Yeah.
those waves, it's probably pretty muddy out there.
Yeah,
wouldn't it
right
be?
now
Yeah.
I would say after the northeast blow we've had, the water's sort of beat up and the fish have been broken up a little bit, but they're still out there. They're getting really nice walleyes out deep. When I talked to Sam Horn of Angry Floater Charters, that's his boat name. We were at Wildwood, and he had a trip out, and they caught their limit of walleye and a nice steelhead. So, and they were out, I don't know, 58, 60 feet off of 60 something feet off of
Yeah.
Wildwood, 7-8 miles out. So, but the fishing's been great. Catching fish at Lake Milton, at Berlin. The fish are holding the deep brush piles. The catfish have been biting really well.
Are they?
Oh, yeah, they're still out west. You could still catch catfish. And Michael Bray said he's catching world-class sheephead out there. When he's looking for perch and walleye,
Yeah.
he finds the sheep, the good
Yeah.
grazing lands, as he likes to call it.
Yeah.
But it's with the wind and everything. Just remember, if you're heading out east, like the winds have blown the water to the west, so it's higher water out west, and eventually that's going to work its way back. So the water levels out west are going to start to drop again. So
Watch out for those submerged
Yep.
docks.
watch out for docks. Watch out for sandbars. I know in Sandusky Bay there's a big sandbar right there that
Yeah.
it's marked, but a lot of people don't see
Miss it anyway.
Yeah.
and they miss it, and they'll run aground, and you don't want that to happen.
It tears up your props.
Yep,
Ugh.
and it could throw you out of the boat too. Could
Yeah,
tear
if you're
you
really-
up
yeah, if you're
going
flying.
if you're going
Fast.
fast.
And watch for the deadheads out there too, with all
Yeah.
that wind.
Yep, there's still some deadheads. A lot of times guys will post a picture of it and coordinates where it was last sighted and things like
So
that.
is that dead zone done now?
No,
No?
it's there all the time.
No, I'm sorry. Is the fish kill, is it balanced? Is it straightened out?
Pretty much.
Okay.
People say, "Oh, it's still going on." It's like it's not going on. It's just there are more dead fish washing up.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
floating
okay.
up.
So yeah,
Oh, okay.
because that's what happens with the catfish when they die. They're on the bottom and
Bottom
they just
They
turn over,
float up.
and
the
as they
bacteria work on
as
their
they-
bowels and they float
yeah
up.
as they
It's
fill
like
with gas,
like a dead person.
yeah, they float
Yeah.
to the top. So
And
it's,
if anyone wants any recipes, I still have my bass cookbook here
oh yeah,
by A.D. Livingston.
Mhm.
Published 1996.
Oh.
and
It's got
if you're
all-
keeping fish in this hot weather too, get
Put
them
'em on
on
the
ice
Put
as
'em on
soon
the
as you
ice.
can.
Those bass go
crappies
real
and
good on the
bluegills
ice,
and-
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna try Joe's
Grill.
panfish on the
Yeah.
half shell.
My mother would always, when I was first started in business and worked out of my home, I would skin the bass. and well, you can't throw that away, and she would cook them, and they were good.
They're
Mhm.
good.
They're really
Nice
good.
white flesh and
Yeah,
bass,
yeah.
Bass is a highly underrated fish.
Yeah,
People
they're
always
you
complain
can't keep
because
them.
they're
That you got to let them go and all that. But they're a good eating. There's nothing wrong with them.
Smallmouth too.
Yes.
Smallmouth are really good.
Yes.
Smallmouth are better than largemouth, I think.
I like them better. They have
Yep.
more of a taste to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bass has more, especially in the summer, they get grassy tasting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got to take a break. Storytelling time on the other side. I just
Where are
thought
we going?
we're going to go to Russia.
Oh, boy.
Russia.
I just thought about that. I had
We're
no
Don't
We're going to
idea.
talk about Svetlana.
No.
Your rendezvous, did that cause an earthquake over
No,
there?
no.
Oh,
But I
I
was
bet
saying,
it did.
I had no idea about 2 minutes ago. And what the heck? And I was talking to the neighbor yesterday about Baku, Russia. I thought, okay, there's some interesting things there. So
Yeah.
we'll take a short break and we'll be back.
You ready to catch the big one? Introducing Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs, your ultimate secret weapon for a successful fishing trip. Designed with fishermen in mind, Kodiak Catfish Bombs release an irresistible scent that draws catfish in from miles away. Just toss it in, wait a bit, and watch the action unfold. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, these bombs are hot stuff. Perfect for the weekend angler or those late-night catfish excursions. Watch your catch rate explode with Kodiak Fish Attractant Catfish Bombs. Available online at castaway.com. That's castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Here I was, back in the wild again.
Back again. We were just talking off the air about our paper routes, and
We
now the
both
people.
had press
We
routes.
both had press routes, and before that, I had the Guatamuchki or something like that, a Polish
I thought
paper.
Guatamuchkis were stuffed cabbages or something.
No. Oh yeah, yeah. That was.
give me 2 more Guatamuchkis.
Oh, and the guys would come to get the money. You know, they come and they always wore their sunglasses. 2 guys would come in, and they'd come in. My grandfather, take them sunglasses off. Why are you wearing sunglasses? You know, why are you hiding? Anyway, but I was thinking, I was talking to
Polish
the name.
gangsters, you know.
Yeah, they were. They were exactly. They were. They were the gangsters. Yeah, they. But anyway, so I was thinking about trips and stuff, and I thought, boy, I went. We were talking about places I'd been, and so it was after. I'm trying to place I think it was after I shot that world record sheep, and we were going to Mongolia. So in between, we went to Lake Baku. Lake Baku is the deepest lake in the world. I have no idea how deep, but it's a hole in the earth. I mean, deep, deep, deep. But the neat thing, couple really neat things that were picturesque. All the people that lived there, they had these little yards that were fenced in. Everybody's was fenced in, but the fence was painted really pretty colors. And the cottage, I called them cottages, and they might have been a cottage. I don't know if people lived there all the time or not, but they were smaller, but they were such yellow and orange and so pretty. It's very, very picturesque. This and Baku is Siberia. So we were talking. Have you ever been to Siberia? Yeah, it was Siberia, but it was like Alaska in the fall. We were there early fall, and the coloration of all, just like around here, beautiful colors in the fall. But the cool thing about that, I got to ride on a hydrofoil, and that was the coolest boat ride because it's basically underwater skis that the boat starts off floating, but as it gets going, it comes up out of the water, and you're just riding on these two pontoons that had cross members, like a kind of a sled, I guess, and you could really fly along, and it didn't matter if it was rough or not, and it wasn't. But it was such a pretty place, and to get to see that, I was in Siberia, which is, in the fall, it's just like Alaska. It's not that cold a thing. But then from there we went on to Mongolia, and I just saw, too, that the two-humped camels.
Bactrians.
What are they?
Bactrian camels.
Okay. They're very rare, and they're not everywhere. I thought they were like
No.
the Gobi Desert is one of their main places where
Right.
they are. And I got to ride one, which was cool because you just hang on.
Dromedaries are much more common. Dromedaries are the Arabian.
The single
Arabian.
hump.
Mhm.
But you get to hold, when you ride it, you sit in between the two humps. So you have a backrest and you have something to hold on to. But I didn't realize that's the only place they are, and they are endangered. It's odd, but it was neat to see. So we took a ride where they knew where we could go take a ride on them, and that was really cool. But I didn't realize that the Gobi Desert, it's a kind of unique place, and was different. And it's odd because it's flat and then a bunch of rocks sticking up. But the neatest thing, I did a lot of mountain climbing in Alaska and British Columbia and Yukon and everything. But these outcroppings, I would call them, what was very neat is once you got up, you had to climb up to get on to the top. But once you got up there, you never came down. You went from one to another to another and to other. So they were ridges that you could go and go and go. And there would either be the argali rams or the ibex. They were the two animals that were there. And I remember the one morning I got to go hunt. I pulled a cool one. These guys took me because I couldn't afford the hunt. They took me mainly, they wanted me to judge what they're shooting. Is it really a good ram, or are they just trying to get you to shoot something so you could go back to town and they could get rid of you? And and we lived in a yurt, a big yurt, and had the big semaphore. What's the big thing they kept in the middle where they heated water? They would boil water, and especially designed, looks like like a huge vase, sort of. And that's what they would boil the water and also heat. Because in the desert, you had to be there was snow, some light snow on these ridges, and yet it was warm during the day, but it got cold at night. Yeah. And so we went. So the morning, the guy had his only one sheep and one ibex, and he was allowed two. Which even when you went to get the license, they kept wanting to just give you one, and he kept saying, no, we're allowed two. So he had to really push him to get the second one. The other guy only got one of each. So the plan was, okay, the last day to go do it, he was sick. He pretended to be sick, which was nice. So he stayed back so I could go. So they kind of frowned upon it, but finally they agreed. I don't know, he might have given them some money too. But it was when the Polaroid camera just came out that took the picture, and it instantly, you didn't have to peel it or nothing. It came, so he was taking pictures of these people, and they were like amazed, especially the kids. They would take a picture, and here it came, and they're watching it, and before their eyes it came to fruition. So he would take their pictures and stuff. So, anyways, I got to go. Well, there's no speaking. I mean, there's no way that you know their language or vice versa. So we go, and it was cool that he didn't have a binocular. He had a monocular. Is that monocular? Is that the term?
Mm-hmm.
A single tube, like the old pirates.
Telescope, like.
What is it?
Like a telescope.
Yeah, single. And he'd open it up, and he'd look at these, and I'd look through it, and you couldn't even see nothing, but they were used to it.
Because you're not looking through the right eye.
Oh, is that
Joe
right?
would close his eye.
Oh, is that how?
Can't
Oh,
see anything.
is that why that was? Oh. So anyway, here's this band of like 7 sheep laying on the hillside. And so we peek up over the top. There are 2 or 3 of us. And they were the Gobi. What would you call those people? I don't know.
Mongolians?
Yeah, I guess they'd be called a Mongolian. Okay.
Gobies?
No. But it was the Gobi Desert, just like the
They're
Gobi
Mongolians,
fish. Yeah. So
Mongols.
Mongols, that might be. So we get over, he'd look over the rock, and so he came back down, just so, big rock we were hiding behind, and he would take 7 stones, and he positioned them just how they were laying over there, and he would point to one of them. Then he'd tell me to go look. I don't know if I have binoculars. I probably should have, but I don't know. I think I did. So I'd get up and look, and I'd come back and I'd shake my head no, and I'd point to this one. And he'd go and he'd look. And then he'd come back and he'd shake his head and he'd go, no, this one. Pretty cool, really. You think about it. No talking.
Yeah.
So I go back up and I say, I don't think so. I think this one. He says, no, this one. Well, you live here. You know better.
You know.
So then I went up and I get and shoot the animal, but it was cool how we enjoyed each other, but how we translated which one to shoot. By the
How you communicated.
how to communicate exactly. Yeah,
Lenny was asking me why Joe brought these rocks with him to talk about the audio program.
Oh, jeez.
They're all lined up on
no,
the
but that
desk
was
in
pretty
there.
interesting
I don't
how.
understand.
What was that, Lenny?
He
All
kept
those
pointing
rocks
at the
lined
rock,
up,
and
and
Lenny's
it's
like,
"What
no.
is this?"
He points at the computer, and Joe would point at the rock. Joe, the computer.
No, but that was pretty cool how we, got to do that, and then I got my ibex and the argali, and they were
What
happy.
kind of ibex is that now? That's not a Nubian ibex, is it?
No,
No.
Nubian. No, that's a good question. It's not I don't know, because there's quite a few ibex.
There's a lot of ibex.
There's a lot of different kind of ibex, and
I don't know.
I
I
still-
don't know all my ibex.
and it's in my trophy room.
Yeah.
So is the argali sheep.
Uh-huh.
They're both there. I mounted them both life size, but so that was lucky. I was able to do that, but it was cool to hunt with people that lived there, knew their stuff. Yet you couldn't communicate,
No,
but
the Nubian would be in Nubia, I guess.
those
is
are
that Africa?
the
Yeah.
Nubian, I believe, are northern
yeah, that's
Africa.
Northern
Yeah.
Africa.
And it's a pretty common animal because there are a lot of different ones, some really big ones. Then there's the markhor, which I think is somewhat related, but their horns, instead of sweeping back, twists and go straight up in the air.
Is there a Marco Polo?
Yes. The Marco Polo, that's a really
That's a-
nice one. Those
yeah.
are humongous horns.
Yeah.
They just go, and they could be like 6 foot wide,
Wow.
just huge. That's a costly trip. I'd like to got a Marco Polo. Well, let me take that back. I do have one, but it's a smaller one that I got in Russia. But it's a younger ram. But I got one. I would
That's
love to have the real big ones.
He's got a Marksky Polsky.
Yeah, but that's in my trophy room too. So, well, time for a break because we got good news coming up with Good News Keo and maybe a little culture, and we're in the home stretch. So we're going to take the short break, and
Show
we
went
will.
quick.
Pardon?
That show went quick.
It did, and we will be
A lot
back.
of information.
Talk to you on the other side. Yeah, I forgot I do.
species of fish you target, Kodiak Scents has great products that will help you catch more fish. One of those is Kodiak Candy, specifically designed to attract any species you fish for. Panfish, trout, catfish, or walleye, Kodiak Candy is full of freeze-dried scent. Freeze-drying concentrates the scent and makes it irresistible. Kodiak Candy even works on saltwater fish. Easy to put on the hook, this candy will get the fish's attention and trigger more bites. To order your Kodiak Candy or any of the line of Kodiak scent products, head to www.castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Some good news with Good News Keo. Right there, buddy?
That's exactly right. Yes. Over the last 3 weeks, I've been following the saga of the solo voyage of Robert Ewens on the Great Loop, and he finished it, I think it was a Friday night, late.
Yeah, I saw an article about that.
And, yeah, I posted a link to an article about Robert. In case some listeners aren't aware, he's a 71-year-old guy from Austin, Texas, who loves boating, and he decided that he was going to attempt to break the Great Loop navigation record, which is a 6,000-mile loop that you can begin anywhere on the loop, and you can go either clockwise or counterclockwise, however you decide to do it, but you pretty much circumnavigate the eastern United States. You cross he started in Pensacola, headed toward Florida. There's a little route you take across the southern part of Florida, head up the Atlantic to the Hudson River, and then you head up the Erie Canal to the Great Lakes. You go through Lake Erie and Lake Huron, and then down Lake Michigan to the Chicago River, and then you hit the Mississippi. And then he took the Tennessee River down to Mobile Bay, and then back to, as they put it, he crossed his wake at Pensacola and did it in under 20 days, 19 days, and I forget how many hours, but he beat the solo record by several hours. And that was with a lot of he lucked out on the Great Lakes weather, but not so much on the Atlantic weather. He had to stop for repairs on his boat, and it was a 16-foot John boat that he used.
That's hard to believe.
With a 60-horse outboard, the Hatsu outboard on it. And, hats off to that guy. But, it reminded me of a similar occurrence from 60 years ago. Joe and Doc, you probably remember Robert Mandry when he sailed from Massachusetts to England in a 13.5-foot sailboat named the Tinkerbell.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, he lived in Willowick at the time. He was originally from England, but he lived in Willowick, and he worked for the Plain Dealer at the time. And I forget how long it took them. I put a link to that one as well in the same posting.
Yeah.
But hard to imagine what. And of course, these were days before, fancy electronics and
Yeah.
cell phones, and of course, you probably didn't get as much recognition media-wise because, it was before social media, obviously.
Before cable.
Yeah.
I remember he had
But,
that whole front of that boat covered. That whole boat was kind of covered, like in a.
hmm
It was really neat. I saw that boat, I think, at the boat show.
Yeah, you're right.
You
right.
remember
Yes.
that boat at the boat
Yes.
show?
Yeah, and it was odd looking
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
was covered like it was. Yeah.
Well, part of it was that when he landed in England, I think it was Falmouth, people started taking pieces of the boat as souvenirs. So
Oops.
the boat was lucky to have survived in one big chunk.
Yeah.
There was quite a few splinters taken from the boat.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal over there too. That one of their native sons made. Of course, in England, seafaring is legendary. They for centuries kind of ruled the seas. So not so much recently, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'll have. Also, there was another story that I don't have a ton of detail on yet, but I'm going to look into a little bit further. There's an invasive aquatic plant that has been found in Salt Fork and Mosquito. That's of course, it comes from Asia. I think it's also native to Australia, and I can't recall the name right now. But ODNR got a $300,000 grant to help mitigate. Part of the process is they're going to be putting hull washing stations at Mosquito and at Salt Fork to
That's a good idea.
hopefully slow the spread of this invasive aquatic.
Yeah. Good idea.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
it's kind of a good news, bad news thing.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get on top of it before it.
I have a little
spread.
good news.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
When I was up shooting the catfish story last week, I noticed the Catawba peaches are in.
Oh.
As are peaches everywhere.
Oh.
Several orchards in our area. Bauman's out in Rittman has their peaches in. And let's see, where else? I think there's one in Hiram that has peaches.
Yeah.
They're more to the
is.
west, though?
No, not really.
No?
Beckwith's peaches are in Kent there by Lake Rockwell, out between Kent and Ravenna. Beckwith Orchards, their peaches are there, and they have their apples won't be long. I know they have sweet corn and lots of fresh veggies coming in from different farms in the area.
Yeah.
Zlay's has their stuff coming in. They have Ohio blueberries and melons and corn, and they grow their own sweet corn, and it's their sweet corn now. It's not the stuff that's grown in the Marietta area.
Yeah.
So it's locally grown. A lot of stands popping up on the corners. So get out there, get your peaches and sweet corn. They go great together.
Well, there's nothing like fresh sweet corn or fresh peaches grown locally. No comparison.
Nothing. You're absolutely right.
I'm going to attempt a recipe probably this afternoon for sweet corn risotto.
Ooh,
that
sounds good.
I'll test and let you know next week how that turns
good.
out.
Sounds good.
How about some culture?
I neglected to get any culture this week.
Doc always has culture. You got some.
Well, I'm going to tell you some culture that's coming up here.
Oh.
The Irish show is coming up.
That's right.
There's a lot of culture on that show, you know? Well, you too, Joe. You should know this. The heart of an Irishman is the limit of his imagination. There you go, Jerry.
They were all looking around. They heard a booming voice, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
Cool.
Can't
Well,
beat that.
we will talk to you next week.
Okay. Outstanding.
Good luck
Have a
with your
great weekend.
corn.
Yeah, and I am going to work on the wood pile today too.
Oh,
It's nice
there
and
you go.
cool.
Yeah, it's cooler temperatures would be good.
Is your wife going to take you out to the wood pile? Is that
Hey,
it?
wait a
'Cause
minute.
you
Wait,
haven't
wait.
bought that ring?
Well, where's with that ring? Where's that ring?
Diamond.
Did it?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
to have to work on that.
Yeah, you
Okay.
better, because I think we reminded her, so she
Uh-oh.
probably forgot
Uh-oh.
too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Big trouble.
Okay. See you, Joe.
All right. All right, guys. Have a
See
great
ya.
week.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he just loves to hear us.
Mhm.
He forgot all about that ring.
See, we make fun of everybody. Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah, Joe,
yeah,
not
but
just you.
90%
But his name's
Joe.
gotta be
Opportunity
Yeah, oh,
annoyers.
What was that, Lenny?
Equal opportunity
Yeah, right.
annoyers.
Yeah, except that it's 90-10.
No.
90 coolest and 10 everybody else.
well, you
No.
get more today because I only see you once a week.
Oh, well,
I could call you and insult you during the week if
you
want.
could. I got to work on that audacity.
Yeah, you
And-
audacious.
Bodacious?
No, audacious.
Audacious.
But he is kind of iconoclastic.
yes, true.
Okay, you guys with these big words, that,
Iconoclastically
so they figure that most
bodacious.
people won't know what it means, including me.
Mhm.
But anyway, but it was a good
He's
show.
a,
And what?
an
Oh,
see
see,
if I can say this.
optimism.
Omnipotent potentate.
Oh boy.
That's Joe.
Oh,
He's the omnipotent potentate of the outdoor world of Castaway Coolest.
got eggs for you to take over to Dion's,
Okay.
and then Carl got some relights, the hydration from Redmond.
I
brought you.
absolutely love this stuff.
Do you?
It
Good.
saves me at work all
Good.
the time when I'm out.
Good.
And
Well,
I'm
I brought
away
you
from
some. and-
water, and I'm dehydrated, and
Yeah.
I have that in my water jug with some
There
ice
you go.
and
Well,
water.
I brought you
and
some because I
so good.
know you need it, and it helps you. And I figure you could. I kept myself a little bit,
And-
but I know you need it more.
You know, just to let everybody know out there, Redmond is not even a sponsor of the show yet.
Yeah, we're hoping,
We're
but
hoping.
it's a good
And it's
product.
available
It
at
is.
where?
Yeah, we
Heinen's.
saw Heinen's and Giant Eagle,
Giant Eagle.
and they have the salt.
Giant
I
Eagle.
do use the salt.
The
Yeah.
salt, the
And
grilling mixes, the salt,
Yeah.
garlic salt, lemon pepper salt.
Yeah, I have to check what I have. I think I'm
And
gonna
it
have
is
some more
good
for you
stuff.
guys.
Oh,
The
I
difference.
used it on some salmon the other day. It was really good.
Oh, really?
It's delicious.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're rolling into the final time here. My mind went a little blank because I don't remember where I'm at, but I think I know where I am. So you got to make a phone call to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Win-win. I'd be happy to hear your voice because they haven't in a while. I'd like to catch up on what you've been doing and what you've been up to. And so both get a smile out of it. And remember, a day without a smile is a day wasted. And the older we get, the less time we got to remember those smiling days. So it's keep that in the back of your mind. And as my mother would always tell me, Joey, don't you ever take any wooden nickels.
You've been listening to Inside the Great Outdoors with Joe Coolis, Joe Kehoe, and Dr. Norm. Join us every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 1420 The Answer. Download the podcast of today's show and previous broadcasts at IGORadio.com. Follow the show on Facebook and get interactive with the cast and crew. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, 7 a.m., right here on AM 1420 The Answer.